Maurice Maeterlinck, the 1911 Nobel Prize in Literature laureate from Belgium, warned in his book The Life of the Bee, if the bee disappeared off the face of the earth, man would only have 4 years left to live. Please continue watching to find out more.
Želimo vam obilo blagostanja na vseh življenjskih področjih. Means we wish you happiness in all aspects of your life in Slovenian, the official language of Slovenia. Benevolent viewers, my name is Engeleis, and I am a vegan honeybee. The animals and people of sincere Slovenia admire you for your compassion and honorable endeavors to protect all animals. Welcome to our program titled World Bee Day. We must buzz to the bees rescue. World Bee Day is celebrated each year on May 20th. The caring nation of Slovenia, ever concerned with our well-being and preservation, launched the World Bee Day initiative in 2014. Even before that, in 2011, Slovenia banned the use of several pesticides harmful to us. The sustained efforts of the Slovenian government led the United Nations, a laureate of the Shining World Leadership Award for Humanitarianism and 2 Shining World Leadership for Life-Saving Hero Awards, to designate May 28 as World Bee Day in December 2017. The resolution emphasizes the need to raise awareness in all nations of the crucial importance of bees and other pollinators like bats, butterflies, and hummingbirds, and the ever-increasing hazards human activities subject them to. Pollination is the transfer of pollen from a male anther of a flower to a female stigma, enabling fertilization and the production of seeds. It is estimated that we bees influence 1 out of every 3 bites of food humans consume, so we are vital for human food security. Pollinators play a critical role in sustaining our planet's ecosystem, since approximately 90% of the world's flowering plants depend on animal pollination. Common fruit crops such as almonds, apples, blueberries, pumpkins, and tomatoes, as well as countless vegetables, nuts, oilseeds, and spices, rely on us to carry the pollen that gives them life. In order to produce optimal quality, certain fruits even require us to carry out multiple trips in order to deliver sufficient grains of pollen. For example, apples may require 4 to 5 holes, and the strawberries no less than 21 deliveries. All will be well though. We the busy bees are diligent workers. A honeybee is happy to service 50 to 1,000 flowers in one trip in return for sweet nectar. Nature has equipped us with the best tools for the job. Our vision is first class thanks to our 2 large compound eyes. Individual lenses on either side of our head generate wide and high-resolution images, while 3 small, simple eyes on the top of our head act as light detectors that guide our navigation by sunlight. Ultraviolet vision helps us locate the nectar and the perimeter of the perfect color landing zone in the central area of flowers. We can detect colors 3 to 4 times faster than humans and can spot certain flowers even when flying speedily under flickering lights. Our body is designed to make us efficient pollinators. For example, our hind legs are equipped with fuzzy hairs to retain the pollen gathered. Our small but mighty wings flap at 230 times per second back and forth with a partial spin to trigger tiny swirls of wind sufficient to propel us and our loads of nectar and pollen. Another amazing feature we are endowed with is our capacity to scan the electric fields of flowers by building up a positive charge in our bodies as we fly. Flowers, on the other hand, tend to have a negative charge. When we approach a flower, our hairs bend in response to the flower's electric field. and the pollen jumps to us even before we land on the flower's petals. The flower's electric field remains altered for a while after one of us has landed. This change in the electric field signals to us that the flower has been visited recently and its volume of nectar may be low. In that situation, we notify our bee colleagues to look for fresher flowers. Isn't it an amazing system? Apart from human-cultivated crops, we bees and other pollinators help many wildflowers, trees, and other plants to thrive. Wild plants and flowers supply oxygen, beautify landscapes, and enrich the planet. In addition, vegetation provides food and habitats for animals. Bees and other pollinators are crucial components of the Earth's ecosystem and biodiversity due to the role we play in securing food for humans and animals. Without us, pollinators, their survival cannot be ensured. Maurice Maeterlinck, the 1911 Nobel Prize in Literature laureate from Belgium, warned in his book The Life of the Bee, if the bee disappeared off the face of the earth, man would only have 4 years left to live. We will take a moment to fly around and collect nectar from flowers and buzz right back. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Be veg. Go green to save the planet.
Welcome back to our program World Bee Day. We must buzz to the bees' rescue. For decades, the global population of bees has been experiencing an alarming decline. More than 700 of the 4,000 North American native bee species face extinction. The primary causes of our population drop are habitat loss, pesticides, herbicides, and climate change. Due to ongoing urbanization and intensive farming, the habitats of bees are shrinking, becoming fragmented. Since the 1930s in the UK, 97% or 3 million hectares of wildflower meadows, our major natural habitat in Britain, have disappeared. The remaining hectares of meadow could vanish, exacerbating the lack of plant diversity. Our brood development is severely hindered as we have greater difficulty locating valuable food sources and sufficient nesting sites within a smaller area. Pesticides and herbicides are increasingly sprayed onto major field crops like corn and soybean, bringing great devastation to our bee populations. Scientists estimate that 95 to 99% of all corn seeds in the United States are coated with pesticides containing neonicotinoids, which adversely affect our ability to fly and forage. That chemical substance has been determined to be a major reason for bee colonies collapsing by causing the sudden death of worker bees and severely disrupting the hive. Researchers have found that glyphosate, the most commonly used herbicide to remove weeds, affects our ability to navigate back to our hive, lowers our immunity, and interferes with the growth and survival of our babies. Climate change deals another heavy blow to bees in many ways. In North America and Europe, our habitat is shrinking because of climate change. As temperatures continue to rise around the globe, we can no longer survive in the heat of southern regions. At the same time, we have not yet fully adjusted to moving to cooler climates further north. Rising temperatures can cause us to come out of hibernation too soon in early spring. The plants we depend on may not yet have flowered, thus leading to a shortage in our food supply. This, in turn, can affect our pollen deliveries. According to researchers from Germany's University of Würzburg, such a mismatched timing, even as short as 3 to 6 days, can take a toll on our health and survival. Although the majority of us pollinators are small in size, we do our best to contribute to complex, interconnected ecosystems that allow all the world's co-inhabitants to thrive. Unfortunately, we are in clear and present danger now. Please, be engaged in saving us. It only takes a few easy steps, such as planting a pollinator-friendly garden with diverse flowers and trees rich in pollen and nectar. Single-flowering plants such as daisies, marigolds, and sunflowers produce more nectar and offer easier access to pollen. We also enjoy landing on purple flowers such as alliums, chives, and lavender, as we detect purple much more clearly than any other color. We thank you for planning to decorate your garden, balcony, or patio planters with diverse, colorful flower arrangements that bloom from spring to winter, and a bee bath for us to splash in. Why not avoid using pesticides and herbicides and favor instead organic, harmless to humans, animals, and nature ways of removing weeds and repelling crop-damaging insects? Doing so protects the health of you, our precious human friends, and ours as well. Consider participating in preservation campaigns associated with World Bee Day and supporting local environmental groups working to revive our populations. We greatly appreciate your commitment and approach to sustainable green vegan living. Sustainability is key, as the Lebanese enlightened master Khalil Gibran advises in his book, The Prophet. The following is an excerpt. Go to your fields and your gardens, and ye shall learn that it is the pleasure of the bee to gather honey of the flower, but it is also the pleasure of the flower to yield its honey to the bee. For to the bee, a flower is a fountain of life, and to the flower, a bee is a messenger of love, and to both bee and flower, the giving and the receiving of pleasure is a need and an ecstasy. People of Orleans, be in your pleasures like the flowers and the bees. Brilliant viewers, thank you for joining us for our program. Up next is the Phoenix, part 13 of 13, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May all beings live well harmoniously together in heaven's love.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AW.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule 그리고 suprememastertv.com/AW.
Killing is never right. Peace is the only answer.